see if I can shut this whole thing off here. I think I might have lost my controls, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, do me a favor. You see where it says you can share screen?
Okay.
You see the button says share screen? Just click on share screen, then click stop. Share screen, then stop. And this is kind of a new problem with Zoom. I was talking to Pastor Deborah Taylor that for whatever reason, the Zoom platform didn't used to do this, but at times when you start sharing stuff, then all of a sudden it wants to kind of like block you out and you lose everything. Okay, I got it all back now. Man, there you are. All right, look at you, Riviera Maya. That's a Vedante property, right?
Oh yes.
That's where you were at. You were at the Maya, the Grand Mayan.
Yes.
Oh baby.
Oh, I loved every second of it. I remember you talking about the problem with Zoom. That's why I thought it was probably easier to give you the links through Facebook anyway, because I remember the control issue before. And then here I can change a couple of pictures on my background. But wow, Riviera Maya, it's really a wonderful place, a great place. Like everybody says, unbelievable. This is the best trip that I've had out of all the trips that I've taken so far. And like I've been with the company for 4 years. I quit and jumped back in and quit for like a month and a half. But this was the property that was always one of the incentive trips. And so I remember seeing the pictures and saying, God, one of these days I'd love to go there. One of these days I'd love to go there. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And it finally popped up because of COVID. Everything's paid off, debt free, all of that. I'm blessed and breathing in this rough year, but I have the free time to travel like everybody else is doing. And I'm like, it's time to go. so
it is time to go.
Yes. So this trip, and they had upgrades I could have taken, but I went by myself, and the basics was still great for me. This was an incentive trip, so this was the free trip. All I had to pay was the resort fee and taxes, which ended up being $98. The value of what I got was at least $2,700, at least.
Hold on. You're telling me you paid $90-something.
98.
And you were at a place that would cost anybody else $2,700.
Easily. And this, I guess this was considered their basic package, and they gave me the option to do the upgrades to go to some of the other properties too. Because this compound was over 1,000 acres. It was basically a jungle. I compare like the analogy of Jumanji, Baywatch, and Raiders of the Lost Ark is the plants and the landscape that you're seeing where we were at. It was very safe and secure. There's just so many wonderful things about this place to talk about, and I didn't even know about half of them until I really booked the property. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we have Cirque du Soleil shows. And if you know, a lot of Cirque du Soleil went bankrupt, and so the shows were closed. They're trying to open again. This property had the only Cirque du Soleil show that's running. And their theater is one of the pictures that's in the incentive trips, but I didn't know exactly what this building was. It's nice and lit up on the outside, and it's ooh ah wow. That's the center. That's just one of the pools.
Yes, I clicked on your link and put it on the screen. So this is just one of the pools you're at, right?
Yeah.
So this is where you were.
Yeah,
for $90-something for how many nights?
$98 for 6 days. And I sent you the links on Facebook are the videos of me walking through that area.
Yeah, I'm gonna click on some of the links here just to see what pops up here. So
that's the basic map. That's the big compound. So in the top left corner is where their theater is. And you can't walk to any of this. They have golf carts and trucks that drive you around to different parts of this facility. So I was basically more of like right in the center, and I walked. I need the exercise, so I ended up walking instead of taking the carts around. But because I wanted to take pictures of everything as well. Yeah, that's the beach. That's the beach right next to the pool. So you didn't have to walk. If it's hard to walk for you or you have disabilities, they had carts that could take you around the whole structure. And I only probably enjoyed maybe a fourth to a fifth of what the property had to offer. There were restaurants and stores, and they had a spa, and there was just too much to do. 6 days, it still wasn't enough to do everything. They even have a Jack Nicklaus signature golf course that's in the front. That's one of the first things that you see. And so anybody that brings anybody there should find something to do. It was just so interesting. And so, yeah, I got our logo and I put the shirt on it. I said I wanted to take some pictures because usually when I do things, I don't take that many pictures of myself. So I don't have proof that I did this or that. So I said, this is going to be different. That was my main goal of this trip, is to take more pictures of myself enjoying some of the ventures. Um, and the room was like about a fourth of my house, the room that I stayed in. Yeah, that picture right there is where their theater and their entertainment center is at. So that's been on our incentive trips, I guess, since the beginning. And so it's they have this like pond on the side of it that they even do entertainment in there, like someone in a boat, and they go around the pond and there's somebody that's dancing with candles and fire. Uh, this is a picture of their boutique that's in the middle of the property. And basically they had a deli and a store in there, and like a Starbucks and a gelato stand and a sandwich shop. So it was like their version of 7-Eleven, and I believe it was called Jade. Um, and then they had ponds every place, and they had pools every place. But I enjoyed the main pool. I could have lived at the main pool. I was there so often. And wherever you walked, there was like decks. It wasn't concrete. There were decks that you were walking on. You weren't walking on the ground. So uh, the decks took you all over the property, but they had some spots you were just walking through a jungle. You couldn't see any of the buildings, and so you're just walking, and animals and creatures come out, and they're saying hello because I guess they assume you're going to feed them or something. So I saw geckos and iguanas and this weird creature that's called a Cody, and it looks like a cross between a cat, a raccoon, and an anteater. And I guess they're domesticated because they wanted you to come up and pet them and feed them at the same time. It was right outside my patio. This is the main pool. It had like 3 fountains in it. It had 2 areas that had fountains that you could walk in. So like one was where the kids could play and run through the water. They had 3 swim up bars, and they had people serving you every place. And unlike a lot of other places, you could pick these huts and the cabanas and chairs every place. You didn't have to book one or pay for it. If it was available, you just sat down. Nobody bothered you, and it was your place to stay for the rest of the day. They had restaurants around the property all over the place, so it wasn't that far of a walk if you were hungry and you didn't want them to serve you at the pool. That's the main pool. It was about 15 different pools connected. So there was like, smaller pools where the kids might be or a group of people might stay. One side seemed more set up for adults. Then one side had a volleyball net in the middle. Um, a couple were larger, so you could like swim laps if you wanted to. And they had an activity team, I believe it was called the Joy Team, and they put on basically a party for people. They were doing exercises in the pool and out of the pool and dancing, and it was just a lot of different things to do. You could not be bored when you were there. There was no way you could be bored. Also, when I told them I was a travel agent with, I still want to say, with the Travorium, I did the tour for travel agents, so I got to see the other properties um, that's there, and I'm gonna take a course to be able to sell it better as well. But there's so much to this property. There's 9 different resorts connected to this. It's in the top 5 of resorts for Mexico, period. It won all these awards, and the place, the that pool is like 2 football fields long.
And again, you were here 6 nights for 90 something dollars.
$98, and yeah, it was supposed to be at least $2,700. What I got, and I didn't get the lavish pool that you could have had on your balcony. You could have got a little pool on your balcony or a spa on your balcony, and you could have had a full kitchen in your room, or full dining room and living room. So I didn't need all of that. I was just by myself, and I didn't really need the pools on the balcony. Everybody was pretty much social distancing and all of that. Um, but yeah, I didn't want to stay in the room. I wanted to go out and see, everything that was there. And I did a lot, and I enjoyed walking around and taking pictures. I took so many pictures, I think Steven Spielberg would say stop taking pictures. I just have so much. So when you said, why don't you come on the show? I'm like, oh my God, I have all these videos and everything, and I
Oh,
wanted
look,
to
look
cut
at
and
the
paste
look at the
that.
swim up bar. Look at that swim up bar right
That's
there.
that's one of them. It's like 3 of them in that pool, but some of the other pools have the same thing. So wherever you were at in the pool, there was somebody that would serve you and make sure everything was okay. Uh, so yeah, whoever goes to this could be your free trip if you join us. This could be your free trip. And like Todd said, yeah, I'll give you $1.
So you were there 7 days, 6 nights, 7 days. You were there for 14 bucks a day. 98 bucks. It's funny. Last week, my wife ordered Greek food. We got this great Greek restaurant here in town, and we had it delivered via DoorDash. And I think that it cost me $89.
Oh,
I mean, Kyle, $89 for one meal. You went to 6 nights, 7 days of paradise.
yeah, you cannot lose.
$98.
You cannot lose. I mean, do it as a business. These are all business expenses too.
Yeah,
You cannot
write it all
lose.
off. Yeah.
You cannot lose. This place was cool. Every single place was nice. I'm an early bird, so I went out before a lot of people started to congregate. But still, overall, because of COVID, there were less people there. So still, it was still good. You still had the same people serving you. Uh, it was open spaces. There was always a chair to find. You see all those chairs on the side? It was never fully packed, morning or noon or night. And that was a 24-hour pool. And yeah, you walk, and 5 feet away is where the beach is. So you walk down that walkway, and to the left is where the gym is, the spa is, a Havana restaurant, and the group that's called the Joy Team, the Joy Squad. So they're the ones that try to do activities and always have something for you to do, from crafts and painting to yoga. They had dance parties, and they did aerobics in the pool. There was always something that they were doing from like 7 in the morning to 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. The view was great. And like I said, there were chairs every place. You could always find a place to sit. Um, and it was clear the majority of the time. It got really humid the day that I left, but I totally enjoyed the weather. It rained a couple of times. The rain didn't last long, and the sun would come back out and dry everything. and it's basically a rainforest area. So I was totally blown away. And I think about Daryl and Maria Roberts always saying, unbelievable, because this trip was unbelievable.
Like, was that guy cleaning the sand?
Yeah, they did that every morning to make sure that, it wasn't trash around or shells around. There were seagulls every place. And yeah, there's a volleyball net right there. Um, yeah, they were always trying to make sure there wasn't any trash around. There were cans of recycling, and yeah, they had a couple of decks. The decks were needed to be repaired, I guess. So they usually have them. You could walk out and go to a hut on the water, but none of them were active. But that didn't matter. It was so many other things to do. That was such a minor point, because one of the videos I saw, they would have servers go out on that deck and serve people at tables out on those decks. So I guess they're repairing that, but that was minor because right on the other side of the screen is where the Havana restaurant was, and they served you wherever you sat. It was somebody coming around. They had like a yellow shirt on and shorts. And can I help you? They bring you drinks or food. So yeah, no matter who you are, if you couldn't walk around, they helped you. It was just so much. The view was clear, and that's the Caribbean Sea straight out. And to the north, that way is where the Gulf of Mexico is. And yeah, they were always cleaning, but I was there. As you see, there's not as many people, and there's more people cleaning up. But that's because I walked around early in the morning. There were people jogging. And later on in the day, people are running in the water and looking for shells and whatever else. But it was great from the time the sun went up till the time the sun went down. There were people there, and they had lifeguards that I guess told everybody to sort of come in when it got dark. But they had a pool 5 steps away that you could go to and keep on partying. It was $98. $98.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it should have been 2000. It was the suite that I got was like 500 a night. So 2 beds, a balcony patio, right outside my door. The animals were coming up. You couldn't beat it. Yeah, you couldn't beat it. So yeah, and that's the main pool. The other properties had other pools in it, but I went to the 2 main pools. You cannot lose. Yeah, so I just yapped, so you can pass that one off.
I don't think I have the. I don't think I have the sound playing. Can you hear the sound, Kyle, or no?
No, I don't hear the sound, but that's all right.
I can hear the sound on my end, but I didn't click it to play the sound on your end.
No, it's
yeah. But you're obviously talking about how it's only $98 on screen.
Yeah, I walked around and I started making commercials.
Yeah.
So I have like about 5 commercials. And I think one of my spots, I just kept on pointing the camera back and forth up and down the beach. Yeah, it was really great. As you see, I did the selfie and it was backwards. So one of the things I was going to edit it and turn it the right way so you could read Travorium. But
absolutely
yeah,
incredible.
It was best trip I've had, and with this company, every time you take a trip and say it's great, your next trip ends up being better because you just get to do more, and you can't believe the price that you paid because that was a free trip. I paid the taxes and fees. That was the only thing that I paid. So
Kyle, this wasn't your first trip. It's not your only trip. You've been on several of these now, right?
No. I've been with the company for 4 years. I met you at the first meeting that was at Lexus Park.
Uh-huh.
And since then, I've gone to Ensenada, Mexico. I did a charity cruise with Carnival. So I basically planned the trip and went on it. Then I did another charity cruise to Ensenada, Mexico. That the first one was 3 days. The second one was 4 days. So I went to Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island, and both of those were around $550. And once again, you're a travel agent, you get your money back. And then I've gone to Orlando, Florida, 2 days, and that cost me $140. Got the money back. Then I went to Ormond Beach and Daytona Beach. I was a titanium member at the time as well. So the place that I stayed was on the beach, Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach, and it cost me $14 a night. So it ended up being like about 120, $30. But I got all that money back, and I was a titanium member. I love the property. It was called the Maverick, and I'm a platinum now. And I thought about going back for Christmas or New Year's, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that because I've been traveling a bit much lately. That property would be $0 for me if I go back. So it was a condo, fully equipped, and at the beach with the pool, and you could walk on the beach, up and down the beach, and it was really convenient. It was a sneeze away from Daytona Beach. And if you wanted to be in a busier environment, actually one of our other properties was down in Daytona Beach called the Bahama House, and I went to go see that property, and I debated on going back there. So there's a lot to do, and with this company, you get the money back. You cannot lose with the company.
Yeah, in fact, it's Kyle. It's one of the things that separates us from all the other companies out there is that a lot of companies join us, pay your monthly fee, and you can save money on travel. Well, I mean, that's lame. We do that too. We say join us, pay your monthly fee, and you're actually going to get 2 to 3 actual vacations you could take plus the free trip incentive, right? And so
Yeah.
for most people, it's actually 3 to 4 actual vacations you can go on every single year for sometimes $0, maybe $1 a night. In your case, $98 for 7 days at one of the nicest properties in the entire planet.
Oof.
And so, I mean, absolutely incredible. I know you've taken other trips and you've come on here and, showing us the videos and showing us the pictures, all that type of stuff. So Kyle, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your adventure with everybody.
Loved every minute of it. Thank you for inviting me.
Any final words for anyone out there that might be, thinking, man, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Maybe they're sitting on the fence. Any final thoughts from your experience? Because you've been with us for a while.
No matter who you are, what walk of life you're from, this is the company to join. A lot of my partners are becoming my family. Now, my family is a little dysfunctional. We do not go any place as groups. And I got a family here I can see, and we can meet any place around the world. Um, Whether you're single or you're in a group, there's always something you can do. There's always some place you can go. Hello, Mahmuda. I saw her on Facebook earlier. I'm meeting people around the world. Uh, Once again, for every dollar you put in the company, you're getting $2 in travel dollars. So there's another way that you can travel. You're getting 2, 3 weeks out of the year minimum of travel. No matter what level you're on, there's always something you can do. And once again, this was an incentive trip. So anybody that's breathing, watching this video and signs up, you can plan this trip the first day that you sign up. You can't lose with this company. No matter what you do, whether you just want to do the trading or you want to do the travel, you're going to get a benefit from this company, no matter who you are, what walk of life you're at. So you just got to join.
Amen. Amen. So Kyle, thank you so much for everyone out there tonight. Again, get back with the person who invited you to be here. We have a brand new section on our website right now. Just go to stories.travorium.com. Again, stories.travorium.com. And you can see more videos like this, more pictures like this of people that are traveling the world, again, for pennies on the dollar, people that are traveling the world for free. And now you can actually sit on the beach, be given the answers to the test, right? Do the Forex trading, make money right on your mobile phone. We are the ultimate lifestyle company with a compensation program that is so unbelievably aggressive that it takes less people than in any company in history to get to a 6-figure income, to get to the comma club. And that's where you got to check with a comma in it. And so, you get an unbelievable ring. When you get one of these 2-star rings, just like this, when you get there. So, the water's right. We'll be back again Thursday night with our Daryl and Maria Roberts, a true power couple. By the way, this Thursday night, we're also having a training. It'll be our first training with our new Spanish trader. He's from El Salvador, so he'll be doing a training every Thursday night. He's doing one this Thursday, but then the following